Andrew Jones of the Lompoc Braves. Listen to Braves football right here on 100.9 KPEG.
Well, good evening and welcome to the KPEG Game of the Week. Tonight, it's the Lompoc Braves versus the Arroyo Grande Eagles. This is Greg Ratcliffe coming to you live from Pioneer Valley High School, where the Braves find themselves on the road for the first time this season. This game is being played here at Pioneer Valley as Doug Hitchens Stadium in Arroyo Grande is being renovated. But no matter where it's played, Lompoc versus AG is always a good one. The Eagles take the field tonight with a 2-1 record, having lost their season opener to San Luis Obispo before winning 2 straight over Centennial and Independence. The Braves have an identical 2-1 mark, having suffered a stunning last-minute loss to Rigetti in between wins over Simi Valley and Bishop Diego. But none of that means much tonight, though. After all, it's the annual battle between the Braves and the Eagles. Enough said. The Braves head coach Andrew Jones had more to say, though. I sat down with him yesterday to talk about last week's bounce-back win and what he expects out of the Eagles tonight. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
Well, I'm here with Coach Andrew Jones. Coach, you're coming off a 17-7 victory over Bishop Diego last Friday. You've got to be pleased with how your guys responded after what happened last week.
Absolutely. Bishop Diego, a well-coached football team, extremely physical. We didn't really match up with them size-wise, but I thought we matched the physicality. I thought our defense played great. We just got to try to find a way to get better this week, especially special teams who missed a couple field goals. We gave them 7 points. So just some of the things, little things we got to work on, the red zone offense, just some of the things we're trying to improve on right now.
Yeah, you mentioned it, another great performance by the defense, the only Cardinals points coming from those special teams.
Absolutely. I thought the defense, to be able to hold Sakaro or the running back to 40-something yards or whatever it was, that was great. And then kind of forced them to come back and try to make the QB one-dimensional. So I thought we did a good job containing them. Just about every film we had, the QB was able to scramble around and make plays. So I thought Coach Davis, Coach Aguilar had a great plan. We just got to improve in special teams and continue to see the slight improvements offensively, and I think we'll be okay.
Now, we talked at the start of the season about defense keeping you in games while the offense just does enough to get the win. That was just about the case last week. It's not the explosive offense we've seen in previous years, but they do have their moments.
Yeah, I think obviously when you lose the player of the year, we're trying to find our identity right now, and we're trying to improve up front. We're so inexperienced on the O-line. Although we have Jacob, the other 4 guys are so inexperienced, and it's just showing. Sometimes they have great plays, sometimes they struggle. On the flip side, we're seeing good things from our young quarterback. We just got to find a way to not have the penalty or a snap or the red zone issue. We got to just kind of be consistent. That's really the key for us.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Kevin Ross. You mentioned when he first stepped into the starting role that he's talented, smart, and mature beyond his years. I haven't seen anything from him that would prove you wrong yet. What's your thoughts about his progress?
I think he's just brings a different element. Cam's an extremely competitive player that's extremely dynamic, and Kevin's a little bit different. He's not as obviously elusive and fast as Cameron was, but Kevin's got a great arm. He's super intellectual as far as football goes. He made some great checks for us, great plays, put us in good situations last Friday. he's just got to continue to improve. Every once in a while he has that throw that is going to happen. He's a freshman, he's still young, but we're confident in him. He's got poise, he's got the moxie, he's got the confidence, and he's just got to continue to improve.
Okay, well, this week you take on the Arroyo Grande Eagles at Pioneer Valley High School. AG always plays a tough game against the Braves, regardless of the location. What do the Eagles bring to the field this year?
Well, they're very big up front on the O-line, big and physical. They have one of the better running backs in the area. They want to establish the run game. They want to pound the rock. And if we can't stop the run, we're going to be in trouble. And then defensively, extremely well coached. And they just play a gap sound defense. They don't take too many chances. And they're not the biggest I've seen on the D-line, but they're more the undersized, quick, elusive, probably wrestler-type bodies that slant around and cause havoc. So they've shown signs of dominance, and then they've struggled a little bit. So kind of like us, sitting there probably looking at each other like, what kind of team are we? We're 2-1. What's going to happen? And it's going to be a good physical 4-quarter football game.
All right, Coach, let's wrap it up with the injury report as usual. Everybody healthy this week?
For the most part, I think we got some nicks here and there, but I think other than the obvious 2 that'll be out indefinitely, I think we're somewhat healthy.
All right, Coach. Well, as always, thanks for your time and good luck against the Eagles.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Greg.
Well, we're back live now at Pioneer Valley High School. I am joined by my tag team partner, the Statmeister himself, Mike Loney. Mike, Arroyo Grande is always a tough game for the Braves. I expect this to be a hard-fought one. How do these two teams match up tonight?
Well, this is a kind of a matchup between bulldozers and road graders and steamrollers. Arroyo Grande is coming out here. They will kick off, and it looks, I don't know, they're just looking a little squirrely right now. I wonder if they're up to something on this kickoff. But Lompoc has Joker Dickerson back on the right side, and got Canley over on the left side.
We should note, for those of you listening in Technicolor, the Braves are wearing gray pants, white jerseys, and their new white helmets.
Yep. And a couple of those items actually look good. we won't discuss in detail which ones those are, but
we'll let you be the judge of that. Okay, so it's a beautiful night here in Santa Maria, and we are just about to get underway. As Mike said, Arroyo Grande is set to kick off. The Braves will be on offense to start things tonight.
And they're packed in pretty tight on that kickoff team.
Yes, everybody inside the right hash mark, in fact. They will kick it away, however. Nice high end-over-end kick, fielded right just outside the end zone at the 1. Ooh, hit hard, and I mean very hard at the 15-yard line.
He was picked up by 2 players and assisted to the ground with determination.
That was Dickerson, who was introduced to the AstroTurf. So if that is any indication of what's going to happen tonight, there's going to be some hitting out here on the field this evening. 1st and 10, Braves at the 15-yard line. The ball on the far hash.
It's 11:55 to go in the first.
Just underway. Kevin Ross calling the signals for the Braves, as he has been since midway through game 1. He'll give it to Coleman, who fights his way across the 20 to the 21.
Pickup of 6, right up the middle. They faked it to Morgan going wide.
2nd and 4 for the Braves. I get the chance to see these kids at film study on Thursday afternoons, and you know what? They're big without their pads.
Yeah. Some of them bigger than others.
Yeah. 2nd and 4, high snap. Ross manages to corral it, throws it, tipped and incomplete on the far sideline.
Boy, that was an interesting play all the way around.
Tipped by a lineman and then knocked into the air, and then tipped by a receiver on the far side. And fortunately,
that was Morgan that almost came up with it. And,
I think the Braves would be happy with an incompletion at that point. It could have been a lot worse. 3rd and 4. Ross from the shotgun.
A little bit high there, too.
The give is to Coleman.
And he's right at the 25.
He gets planted right at the marker. Let's see if they'll give it to him. And looks like
we're going to measure.
Oh, they're going to give it to him. First down at the 25-yard line. Got just enough to move the chains.
11 minutes. Doing the first quarter. Scoreless tie here at Pioneer Valley High School, and a wonderful facility here on the.
Well, this is a beautiful facility. Daniels in motion. He'll take the pitch, sweeping to his left.
Oh, nice.
That's it back inside and gets across the 30 to about the 31 for a gain of 6.
Yeah.
Kylan Daniels, 5'10", 145 pounds. One of the few guys on the team that I'm actually about the same size as. But he's a lot faster than I am.
That he is. Not that that's
not hard to do.
Not hard to do. Not hard to be faster than either one of us.
2nd and 4.
Another high snap.
Coleman. Ball comes loose as he's trying to fight for extra yardage. Arroyo Grande's got it, picked it off in midair. And AG is in the end zone for a touchdown.
That may come back. I don't know.
TJ Valenti picked up the loose ball as it was stripped out of Coleman's hands and goes uncontested 30 yards into the end zone for the AG score. And I see no flags.
Looked like the far side official was getting ready to mark it at about a yard or two short of the first down, and then all of a sudden.
Apparently the ball came loose before forward progress stopped. They're going to let the play stand, and it's 6-0 Eagles. Point after coming up. Kick is away. Looks good to me. And what do I know? It's no good. That's what happens when you're looking through chain link. You can't see anything. All right, but the damage done here early by the Arroyo Grande Eagles with 9:59 left here in the first quarter. And the Eagles have yet to take the field offensively. It's AG 6, Lompoc nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
100.9 FM, Lompoc, California.
Well, what a turn of event that was.
Indeed.
We told you there was some hitting going on, and that appears to be the case. The Eagles have come to play tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. They would dearly love to rack up this win.
Oh, you bet. This has turned into quite the rivalry between these two schools. And even if they're playing on a neutral field, you can feel the intensity with this one tonight. So this seems like deja vu all over again, but the Eagles are getting ready to kick off.
We were just here.
We were about 2 minutes ago. Two men deep for the Braves at about the 2-yard line.
Number 3 will kick off for the Eagles.
Shorter kick this time. Takes a bounce at the 15. Fielded there by the Braves. Return across the 30, still on his feet to the 35. Breaks a tackle at the 40 and stumbles across the 45, close to midfield.
Finally brought down by number 12 for the Eagles.
That was Dickerson.
Caught it on the tackle on the play by Sam Calder. Sam Calder brought him down after a return of about 25 yards.
Yep, 25. They'll put it at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Braves from there with excellent field position to start their second offensive possession of the evening. 3 receivers set for Lompoc, 2 left, 1 up top. Ross from the shotgun will keep it on the ground. That was Tenorio on the carry.
Right up the middle.
Got across midfield and down to the Eagle 46-yard line. So another 6-yard pickup for the Braves. It'll be 2nd down and 4 again.
They have been very consistent on first down.
Yes, they have.
Yes, they could do something on the other downs.
Another rather high snap. And Tenorio again fights his way inside the 40 for a Braves first down under the 38.
And we should note Oscar is wearing number 7 today.
Indeed. Number of Cameron Iribarren has been moved over to Oscar Tenorio.
First down at the 38 of the Eagles with 9:10 and counting on the clock in the first quarter.
Eagles with the early 6-0 lead on the turnover and the missed PAT.
Good snap that time. Tenorio again.
Oscar gets inside the 35 to close to the 34 and earned all of those 3 yards.
Zach Cliff made the tackle for the Eagles.
Well, just inside the 35, it'll be 2nd down and about 7 on the long 6, either way you want to look at it.
At the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Braves 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Ball in the hash.
Tenorio gets smashed in the backfield this time for a loss of about a half a yard. Maybe they got back to the line of scrimmage.
And that was number 35, which is a highly respected number in the Eagles program.
Russell Farrell, linebacker and running back.
Has it this year.
He laid some wood on Tenorio that time. It'll be a 3rd down and 6. 2 receivers to either side this time for the Braves. 1 man in motion. The pitch is to Dickerson. He tries to cut it inside and slips and is brought down right at the line. Maybe, yep. You're right, Mike. He's going to lose 1 back to the 35. And it'll be 4th down for the Braves. So an interesting place on the field for a decision for Lompoc. Their punting game hasn't been the strongest. A little long for a field goal.
Yeah, their punting game has averaged just under 27 yards a punt.
So with those statistics in mind, the Braves will go for it on 4th and 6. Kevin Ross back to pass, and he's going to get sacked for a loss at the 36.
Lost a couple.
And with that, the Eagles will take over on downs. So the Braves' first 2 possessions result in a turnover and a turnover on downs.
That's not good. And so we finally get to see the Eagle offense with 7:02 remaining in the first quarter.
They will take over on their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10. In their traditional deep blues
with gold lettering in front.
And they start the possession off with a run, and you will be seeing a lot of that from the Eagles tonight. They do like to run the ball.
A thunderous 2-yard run up the middle.
Just shy of the 39. 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Will not see the ball in the air very much from Roy Grandy, I don't think, but they do have 3 receivers off here to the near side. Quarterback takes the handoff, keeps it himself. Slides into about the 43 or so.
Slid into a helmet in the chest.
Ethan Royal, number 2, is the starting quarterback for the Eagles. 5'11", 168-pound junior. A couple of yards short of a first down. It'll be 3rd and a long 2.
Pickup of about 6.
And moving all over the place, the Braves jump, and that ought to give the Eagles a free first down. Unless there was some offensive movement that I didn't notice.
You did not.
I did not, because there wasn't any. 5 yards against the Braves. They'll move the ball out to the 49-yard line and give Roy Grandy a 1st and 10.
Their first down. 6:05. We're halfway through this first quarter.
Royal from the shotgun. 2 receivers to either side for the Eagles. Caleb Thomason, the lone back.
They're going to give that 5 yards back, but they will still have the first down.
Yes, the entire offensive line moved before the ball was snapped on that one. So
yeah. And nobody else did. So
Encouragement call against the Eagles. A first down at 15.
So back to the 44 we go, and it's 1st and 15. Still with 4 wides from the shotgun.
oh,
Royal.
instant pressure. He managed to escape about 3 tackles and picked up a yard.
Just across the 45. Well, they give him to the 46. What are we, 2nd down and about 13? Need to get down to the Braves 41. Clock running, approaching the 5-minute mark here in a fast-moving first quarter. Pass knocked down by Leandre Coleman.
Yeah.
Trying to set up a screen here to the near side. Coleman was having none of that. Stops the clock with 5:03 left here in the first. It's a 6-0 ball game. The Eagles on top.
Coleman knocked that one up into the air, and Royal had to get back to make sure nobody grabbed it.
Royal rolling left, throws on the run, complete at the 40, and tackled by Mario at the 38-yard line.
Who snagged that? That looked like number 87. And Coleman was tracking Royal down.
That'll move the chains for the Eagles. 1st and 10 at the Braves 39.
Four and a half minutes to go.
4 receiver set, 3 here to the near side. Keep the ball back on the ground. Thomason works his way up the middle for a couple. Gets down to about the 36.
Gayton on a stop from his right linebacker position. Pickup of about 4.
A 2nd down from the 35.
2nd down Eagles, just outside the 35-yard line of the Braves. Royal again from the shotgun. Quick pass, complete on the left side. Hit and tackled immediately at about the 32.
A couple of yards short of the first down.
It'll be 2 yards short of a first at the 31. They need to get to the 29. 3rd down, 3:40 left here in the first quarter. And a quick official stoppage for an equipment issue, I believe. Roy Grande will have to make a quick substitution.
Number 76 comes in for the Eagles.
Nash Palomar, one of the biggies.
6 foot 288.
Yeah, one of the biggies. Thomason fighting for the first down. Looks like he got just enough down to the 29. Let's see where they mark it. And yes, just shy of the 28. Move the chains. Eagles 1st and 10. Roy Grande.
3:12 to go in the first quarter. Eagles up 6-0.
And moving the ball fairly effectively. Nothing flashy about it, that's for sure.
No, they're going to pound the rock.
From the shotgun again, fakes the handoff, plenty of time, throwing down the far sideline, through the hands and incomplete at the 5-yard line on the far sideline.
Looks like Gardner got up and tipped that away.
Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10, stops the clock with 3:01 here in the first. And already I've seen the air from the ball in the air from the Eagles more than I thought we would.
Yeah.
Mixing it up a little bit. Royal rolling right. Fakes the throw, tucks it away, takes a nice big hit at the 20-yard line.
Gayton.
John Gayton right there to plant Royal under the AstroTurf for a gain of about 8. It'll be 3rd and 2. The ball right at the Braves' 20-yard line. And as you can hear, the Eagles band is with us tonight. Tight formation. Thomason breaks a tackle in the backfield and wiggles his way out.
He's going to be close.
It's going to be very close, in fact. Needed to get to about the 28.5. Looks like they got it to the 28. This should be enough. Yes. First down, Eagles at the Braves 18.
And timeout Lompoc with 2:07 to go here in the first quarter.
6-0 Eagles. And Roy Grandy, as we said, has come to play ball tonight.
Mm-hmm.
While we have a moment, let's tell you about one of our sponsors this evening. Remember, folks, it's our sponsors that help make these broadcasts possible. And we want to thank our friends at the Surf Connection for being with us tonight and all season long. Our good friend Robin Dunnitz over at the Surf Connection. Woman of the Year, Robin Dunnitz. Thank you so much for coming on board with us this season to help make KPEG Radio sports broadcasts possible. Surf Connection.
Okay, clock running again. 2 wide each side.
Fakes the handoff, does Royal, keeps it himself and gets down to close to the 15.
Pickup of about 3.
Royal is the second leading rusher for this Eagle squad behind Thomason.
I think of them as kind of them as Leandre Coleman and Beerbear.
Mm-hmm. Yep, same idea. Maybe not quite as fast. Gain of 3, second down and 7 from the Braves' 15-yard line. Little pitch out to the near side. Braves all over him into about the 13, maybe the 12. They'll give him forward progress. Nathan Katachi on the catch and run.
Little one-on-one action there. Katachi, number 1. It's stopped by Coleman.
Third down and about 4. The ball on the Braves 12. 2 receivers to either side. Royal takes the handoff, under pressure, throws, knocked away at about the 8-yard line and incomplete.
Mm-hmm. Tried to squeeze that in there to number 8.
Dickerson and Gardner both there for Braves defensively, and it's 4th down for the Eagles, and they will attempt a field goal. Looks to be about a 28-yarder.
11 holding.
Good snap. Kick is down, kick is away, and this one is right through the middle. It was number 3, Nico Ambrose, knocks it through for 3 points. And with 27.4 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, the Eagles have extended their lead. It's now Aurora Grande 9, Lompoc nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
100.9 FM Lompoc.
And Mike, the Aurora Grande Band is playing our favorite song, but they're playing it for the wrong reason.
Indeed.
That's the problem when the 2 schools have the same pep song.
And it seems like quite a few of them around here, too.
So in something we've seen way too often already this evening, the Aurora Grande Eagles line up to kick off.
And they will get the ball to start the second half. So
the Braves find themselves in a 9-0 hole here as we approach the end of the first quarter.
And once again this season, they have been stung by turnovers.
Maybe it's the great pants. Mm-hmm. Too deep for the Braves on the 5-yard line this time.
Mm-hmm.
Dickerson and Daniels.
And the new kickoff.
Line drive kick will go about 5 yards deep into the end zone for the touchback. That, I believe, was Sauer on the kickoff. And the Braves will take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 27.4 seconds left here in the first quarter. Their first two possessions ended in a turnover for a touchdown and a turnover on downs. So let's see if we can improve on that a little bit.
Any points would be an improvement.
The Braves will send two receivers here to the near side, one up top on the short side of the field as the ball is on the right hash.
Another high snap.
Handoff to Coleman.
Yeah, he managed to force his way through for about 3 yards.
Contact in the backfield. I'll make that scenario on the carry. It'll be out to the 24.
Castro and Jacob Thomas made the tackle.
It was easier to tell him apart from Coleman when he was wearing an 8 instead of a 7.
Yes, it was, and that's first quarter gone, Greg.
12 minutes in the books here at Pioneer Valley High School, and the Braves aren't liking life so far. It's Eagles 9, Braves nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
The Braves haven't really tried to go deep yet, Greg.
Well, it's early yet.
Yeah. It's getting less early.
While we have a moment, let's thank another one of our sponsors. Thanks so much to Kim and the gang over at Tom's Burgers. Always count on Kim to support things that are going on in the Lompoc Valley, and we appreciate her supporting our efforts to bring sports to our listeners. Tom's Burgers, thank you so much for signing up with us this year. And as it gets a little bit later, if you got a window near you, look outside, because you've got a beautiful sunset out to the west, just behind us.
It's too bad we don't live someplace pretty, Greg.
I know. It's tough living in paradise.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so we'll turn around and go the other way. The Braves now running from left to right on your radio dial.
North to south on the field here at Pioneer Valley High School.
It'll be second down and about 6 for the Braves.
3 wide, 1 in motion.
Ross fakes the handoff, throws this one. Oh, incomplete.
And he had
Duarte Tenorio had about 2 steps on the defender.
yeah, and he was clearing even more. Right around the 50.
Little deep slant route and led him a little bit too much, did Ross, and it'll be a third down. 3rd and 6.
And if they had been able to connect up, I believe that was 6.
That was probably 6 points, you bet. 3 receivers set for the Braves. Ross from the shotgun, looking deep to the near side, trying to hit Daniels, overthrows him by about a half a yard. Daniels dives out for that one, couldn't quite get underneath it, and it'll be 4th down for the Braves. And the Braves will line up in punt formation, which is one of the scariest things they can do this year.
Yeah. In warm-ups, the punting did work better, but the Eagles will put two people back at their own 42, 43.
Punting from about the 10-yard line of the Braves, and a flag comes out on the far sideline.
Procedure.
Looks like this is going to go against Lompoc. Move the ball back to the 19-yard line.
5-yard penalty against the Braves. Gunnar Thomas, deep punt.
Thomas back deep at the 5. Good snap. Kick is away. And a nice punt. Fielded just across the 50. Return to the 45 and down at about the 43. Epifanio Moreno. Brought that one back about 5-6 yards.
Maybe a little better than that. About 9.
Okay, well, they'll put it at the 43. It'll be first down to Roy Grande from there. That is the Lompoc 43, we should clarify.
11:39 to go here in the second quarter.
It's 9-0 Eagles. And Roy Grande's got the ball again.
In Braves territory. Again.
They'll try the ground game this time. Thomason wiggles his way inside the 40 to about the 38. Looks like about 5, maybe 6 on the carry, depending on where they end up putting the ball.
And he's not a huge kid.
No, he's 5'6", 179 pounds. They've got him listed at. So he goes back up to the line quickly. Royal on the keeper, sweeping left.
Tried to get outside and did not.
Flag comes out. As Royal goes out of bounds at about the 35. This one's going to come back on a hold, though. Holding Roy Grande. So there's one thing going the Braves' way.
Yeah.
That'll move the ball back to the Lompoc 47. It'll be second down and about 15. Yeah, 14. Three receivers up top, one here to the short side of the field. Royal fakes the handoff to Thomason. Quick throw to the near sideline. Out of bounds.
Caught out of bounds by number 8.
Pass was a little wide. It'll be a third down and long for the Eagles from the Braves 47. 11:04 left here in the second quarter, just underway here in the second. Eagles lead 9-0.
And they have.
And it's been all Eagles so far.
Yes, indeed. And they have done very well on third down. But they haven't had a 3rd and 14 yet to me. Royal will roll.
Little misdirection. Thomason coming to the near side. The ball comes loose, but he was down by contact at the 41. So nice little gain, but on 4th and 14, he's going to come up way short. 3rd and 14, excuse me. It'll be 4th down now and about 8. And it looks like we'll have the first punch by the Eagles this evening. One man deep for the Braves at about the 10.
I think that's Dickerson.
I think you're right. Puncher for the Eagles about putting it on midfield. He's going to just kind of chunk this one over to the near side, far sideline to eliminate any type of return. And the Eagles there to down it at about the Lompoc 23, 27, 28. Where are they going to put it? Where are they going to put it? 27. There we go. First and 10 Lompoc from their own 27 with 10:08 remaining till halftime. And the Braves trying to get something going offensively here.
No, they finally got to stop defensively.
Two receivers here to the near side. Morgan in the slot. Daniels wide right. Another high snap. They've been having a problem with that tonight. Scenario on the carry. He's getting a lot of work so far tonight, out to the 30. Pickup of about 3 for Oscar.
And this Roy Grande crowd is really getting into it.
Yeah, they packed the stadium up pretty well. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. And a nice contingent of Brave fans across the way as well. Big hit at the line of scrimmage. And there was about 6 blue jerseys all over the ball carrier, and that was Sheldon Canyon.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He managed to get about 2 before he got surrounded by blue.
Before he got surrounded and reversed.
Third down and about 5 now for Lompoc. The ball at the 32-yard line. Clock running down toward 9 minutes remaining till half.
Mm-hmm.
In a 9-0 Eagles lead.
Daniels and Morgan wide right.
Ross from the shotgun. Good snap this time. Plenty of protection. Throws this one complete. Morgan on a little crossing and takes a big wallop and knocked out of bounds at about the 43.
Picked up a first down, though, by quite a bit.
Elijah Castro on the big hit. And again, I can't tell you enough, these Eagle players are swarming to the ball and hitting hard.
And it will be a first down with 8:40, call it 8:45 now, but 8:50 when they got it.
Ball out to the Braves 44. Back to the air again. Quick little pass out here to Duarte Tenario. Complete and out of bounds after a gain of about 4 or 5.
And we're kind of losing our life here, so we're a little slow on hitting some of these.
There's one thing we didn't think about when we set up here. As it gets dark, we're not going to be able to see our notes.
Pickup of about 4 on that last pass play.
Another high snap fielded by Ross. Quick screen out to Daniels on the far side. Weaves his way through traffic and gets down to the Eagle 40-yard line before he's tackled. That'll move the chains for the Braves. 1st and 10, Lompoc from the Eagle 40. So the Braves finally getting a little momentum here offensively after the defense came up with a stop. Ball on the far hash. And they got the top end loaded with trips left. Daniels in motion. Another high snap knocked down by Ross. Has to keep it himself.
Pickup of about 4 on the nice run.
Turned that into a positive play when it could have been a disaster. 90% of these snaps in the shotgun tonight have been high. And Ross doing a nice job keeping the ball under control. 2nd and 6, Braves from the Eagle 36.
And Elijah Castro has been everywhere on the Eagles' defense tonight.
Good snap this time. Coleman takes the handoff. He's going to get wrapped up short of the first down at about the 32.
Quick jack to the left, and he avoided the tackle. Picked up about 5.
Put it at the Eagle 32-yard line. Give the Braves a 3rd down and 2. They need to get just outside the 30. Approaching 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. It's a 9-0 lead for the home team Eagles.
High formation, 2 wide right.
Ross under center. The give is to Coleman.
And the first down is to Coleman as he gets down to the 29.
Needed 2, got 3. And that'll move the sticks for the Braves.
There's 6:51 remaining here in the quarter.
Approaching the halfway mark here in the second. The Braves have got a little bit of
momentum going.
Little mo going. 2 receivers up top, 1 here in the near hash mark. Ross from the shotgun. Keep it back on the ground. Coleman will get met at the line of scrimmage and pushed back after a gain of a couple. Well, just outside the 25, getting a little more than I thought. 3, maybe, 3. 2nd and 7, Braves. Daniels and Morgan will come to the right.
Yeah.
Duarte Tenario, wide left. Keep the ball on the ground. Coleman looking for room, cuts it to the left. Got the seam down to the far sideline to the 10, to the 5, and out of bounds. Inside the 5 goes Leandre Coleman. That play was designed to go right. There was nothing there, so Coleman just put on the brakes, changed direction, and found nobody in his way on the far side.
First down with 5:38 to go in the second quarter. And
1st and goal, they're going to put it at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Braves. I formation. Coleman is the deep back. Is he in? Yes. Touchdown, Braves. Yeah, that's more like it. 5:33 here in the second, and the Braves finally scratch. It's 9-6 with the point after coming, and this should be an important point after. Aldo Anguiano to do the honors for the Braves. From the hole of Bradley Waite. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is up. Kick is good.
Great kick.
And that one's still flying. I think it cleared the track and it went into the parking lot.
That one may have to get their permission from the tower at Santa Maria Airport.
Yes. 5:33 left here in the second quarter. Our score has changed, but the Eagles still have the lead. It's Arroyo Grande 9, Lompoc 7. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
100.9 FM, Lompoc, California.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Judy's back at the studio. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are just honored to be here, be able to bring these games to you live here at 100.9 FM and streaming live around the world at kpegradio.com.
Should we say that Judy's dialed in today?
She is.
Braves finally kicking off.
Yeah. Can you wonder if we were going to see that? Quick shout out to Mary and to Daniel, Izzy and to Mikey. Just in case she's there, Sammy too. Got in trouble last week.
Well, you get in trouble every week. It's just usually something different.
Yes. Take a number. Okay, Braves kicking off. Fielded at about the 7-yard line. That's Kachachi.
Yeah.
And he's going to get wrapped up at just shy of the 20.
He kind of got Katachi.
Brings the ball back out near the 20-yard line.
So the Eagles will take over, 1st and 10. They'll put it right at the 20 with 5 minutes, 25 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Eagles lead 9-7. Rio Grande moving the ball fairly successfully so far this evening.
They're going to mark that ball just touching the 20.
The sole touchdown, however, coming via turnover. Royal hands off. Thomason breaks a big hole in the middle. He gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line. We told you he's not very big, but he runs bigger than 5'6", 179.
He ran over a couple people.
He had a head of steam, that's for sure. Found a little gap, squirted through it, and then just kept on plowing all the way to the 41 of the Eagles. First down, Rio Grande from there.
Definitely the biggest play offensively for the Eagles today.
Same play. Doesn't work nearly as well this time as Thomason is wrapped up in the backfield for a loss.
Loss of a couple.
Yeah, they'll give him to the 40 for a loss of 1. Second down and 11.
Loss of a yard on the play.
We told you a little bit ago if you had a window to look to the west for a nice sunset. Well, that's gone almost. But if you look to the east, you got a beautiful harvest moon staring at you too. What a beautiful night.
Mm-hmm.
Second and 11. Thomason sweeps to the left side.
Nice cut to give him a little bit of a gap.
Gets across the 45 to the 46. Gets the loss back plus some. It'll be third down and about 5 now for Rio Grande from their own 46-yard line. Clock running, 4 minutes remaining till halftime.
Big third down here.
Mm-hmm.
So Braves can stop it here, get the ball back, put some points on the board before half. It would be huge.
Third and 5. Royal from the shotgun. Takes the handoff, keeps it himself. He's got plenty of room. Breaks into the secondary, and he's all alone to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Ethan Royal and the Eagles. But I got to tell you what, that was beautifully blocked by that offensive line of Aurora Grande right there.
It was indeed.
Ethan Royal found the gap off of left tackle and just popped right through it, got into the secondary, and there was nobody left.
54 yards. With 3:37 remaining in the second quarter.
Makes it 15-7. Sounds like a strange football score, and it is a strange football score, but it's 15-7 with the point after coming up.
Waiting for
Nico Ambrose will be doing the honors for the Eagles.
low snap.
Got it down, though, and the kick is away, and good. So with 3:37 left here in the first half, the score has changed. The Eagles back on top by a wider margin. It's now Aurora Grande 16, the Braves 7. You are listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
100.9 FM, Lompoc, California.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Judy's back at the studio, and we thank you so much for joining us tonight and all season long. We're going to be back on the air a week from tonight. Where are we going to go, Mike?
We're going to Larrabee Stadium down in Buenaventura, California.
We're going to see our first look at the Cabrillo Conquistadors next Friday night as the Braves are taking their bye week. We don't get bye weeks in radio. We go wherever we can find a game.
We just get by. Right?
We just get by. That's right. And we like to support our friends out of Cabrillo High School as well. They're back home at Houck Stadium tonight.
Playing Pioneer Valley.
Yeah, playing. So we're at Pioneer Valley, and they're playing Pioneer Valley. Figure that one out. One thing we do know for sure, it's 16-7, Eagles on top.
The Eagles potentially doing something again on the kickoff. That moon is just drifting slightly behind a little bit of cloud. And boy, if you were putting together a Halloween display, that would be perfect.
Please peek out the window to the east and take a peek at that. Kickoff fielded at the 2. That's Dickerson. Finds his way out to about the 25-yard line before he's stacked up. Joker, quite an explosive player. He's a danger every time he touches the ball, I think. They'll put it at just across the 25. Give the Braves a 1st and 10 from there with 3:28 left here in the second quarter. It's nice to see that a large number of folks made the trip over from the Lompoc Valley to support their Braves tonight.
Yeah.
After all, it's a shorter trip than going to Aurora Grande to see this game.
Absolutely.
So here come the Braves. 2 wides to the right, 1 to the left. Ross takes the handoff, throwing deep down the middle, down the far sideline, a jump ball.
Oh, what a catch.
Ryan Morgan fights through a double team on the far sideline and comes up with that with one hand at the 32-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Have we mentioned lately that Ryan Morgan is an athlete?
Yep. A really good one.
6'4", 230 pounds. Chuck it out there and let him go get it. And that's exactly what he did.
Came down at the Arroyo Grande 32, and that wasn't bad coverage. They had him inside out, and he just went up and took it.
First down Braves, trips left. 1 man in motion. That's Daniels. They'll fake to him, give it to Tenorio, who's heading to the left. And he'll get knocked out of bounds at around the 20-yard line on the far sideline. So the Braves moving the ball here pretty well now in the second quarter. That's another first down for Lompoc at the Eagle 20.
250.
Trying to answer that latest Eagle score. 1st and 10 Braves from the Eagle 20. Clock running, 2:40 left here until halftime. 16-7 is the Eagle lead at the moment. Braves trying to do something about that. The give is to Goldman, I think, up the middle. Nope, Tenorio. Got down to about the 22.
Brought down by Drew Soul.
Make that the 17.
Pickup of
Second and
3.
Give him 3, 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line. One receiver wide to either side. Coleman in the backfield with Ross. He pumps once, throws across the middle to Morgan in the end zone, incomplete.
Ryan Morgan.
Very good coverage.
Sam Calder covering on the
It'll be a third down. 3rd and 7 from the Eagles 17-yard line. Clock stop at 1:52 left in the half. It's 16-7. Arroyo Grande leads the Braves.
Braves are in field goal range with 1:52 on the clock.
Anguiano can make it easily from this distance. Shotgun. Ross throws. Was that intercepted? Yes. Intercepted on the far side. No. Incomplete.
Yeah. Almost intercepted him.
Seaver trapped it off the turf, and that's a big break for the Braves. So instead of a turnover, they'll have a chance at a field goal. This will be a 35-yarder for Anguiano. He went 1 for 3 last week. This kick is away. Plenty of distance. Is it through? Yes.
35-yard field goal by Alvin.
So at the 1:38 mark left here in the second quarter, it's now the Eagles 16, the Braves 10. And you're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
100.9. Lompoc, California.
That's Mike, because I can't talk like that. I'm Greg. And Judy's back in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We appreciate you tuning in here at 100.9 FM, or like Mike said it, and kpegradio.com, streaming live on the internet. Another one of our sponsors this evening we'll tell you about is the Box Shop. Our good friend Box Shop Bob, kind enough to join us this season to help us support the Braves and Cabrillo Conquistadors on the radio. Thank you so much, Bob, for being a part of our broadcast season. The Box Shop.
Thompson kick for the Eagles.
So Anguiano out to kick off from the Braves 40. One man deep at the 5-yard line for the Eagles.
It's Thomason, and
He'll field it at the 1. Right. Gets to the far hash, finds a little bit of a seam, and gets across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
managed to dodge a couple of jagged missiles in there. And
We have a couple of flags back inside the 15.
got out to the about the 27.
And we've got holding against the return team. So that will back the Eagles up some. Flag is at the 14, half the distance. Would put us around the 7 somewhere. Yep, there it is.
Minute and a half left.
Actually, it wasn't a hold, it was a block in the back. Either way, first down and 10 at the 7-yard line for the Eagles with 1:31 left till halftime. It's 16-10. The Eagles on top. See how conservative they are this deep in their own territory. They will go to the run game on first down. Thomason gets out to the 14. A nice quick pickup with 7. Gives them a little more room.
And I think somebody called the timeout.
The Braves, in fact, call the timeout. Stops the clock with 1 minute and 19 seconds left till halftime. Braves with aspirations of getting the ball back.
That's their second timeout, I believe.
Actually, I think that first one was just a official clock stoppage, Mike, so I think they have 2 remaining.
Can't read my own notes. That was an equipment stoppage on number 1. Instead of being,
I told you we were going to run out of light up here.
Yeah. Although that moon is compensating for it very nicely.
So it's 2nd down and 3 after a gain of 7 on first.
This would be a really good time for a stop.
Oh, true. Royal from the shotgun. And off to Thomason.
Tries to get outside and does not.
Got across the 15 to close to the 16. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard for the Eagles.
And Thomason and Coleman are getting real well acquainted.
And the Braves will stop the clock again.
Pickup of 1 by Thomas.
3rd and 1 with 1:11 remaining on the first half clock. Braves looking for a 3rd down stop here to try and get the ball back with a little bit of time left here in the second quarter. They're going to have to do it on defense. The Eagles only 1 yard away from moving the chains and probably running out this first half clock.
This would be a really good time for a tournament. Right?
The ball is at the Eagles' 16-yard line. Braves do have 1 timeout remaining. So if they get the ball back, they will be able to stop it one more time, and who knows? They get decent field position on a punt return, and anything can happen. So here we go at 3rd and 1. Eagles spreading it out with 2 wides on either side.
They will run it.
They will run it right up the middle. Thomason breaks through. It's a foot race all the way to the end zone. Can he beat him? Breaking to the outside. Dickerson trying to track him down. Touchdown, Eagles. On 3rd and 1 from their own 16-yard line. Caleb Thomason breaks it for 84 yards and a touchdown.
He managed to stay in front of Dickerson. A little bit of wiggling, but speed is close.
Well, Lompoc had everybody lined up in the box trying to defend up against that 1 yard. Once he broke through that, there was nobody left.
Yep, there was nobody there. He kicked in the door and there was nobody at home.
Ooh, and the point after is blocked.
And that was Dickerson.
Yeah, that was Joker that got in there and blocked that one. So with 58 seconds left here in the first half, it's Eagles 22, Braves 10. 22-10. Eagles on top of the Braves with less than a minute to go in the half. And this is...
it ain't over yet.
Oh, yeah, but there's going to have to be some discussions going on in the Braves locker room.
There are going to be an awful lot of interesting things occurring in the next 20 minutes. Many of them not visible to the public.
Probably just as well.
Yeah.
So something we've seen way too much of tonight is an Eagle kickoff.
Yeah. And they're kind of bunched up again at the 40. They haven't
done anything unusual, but they sure line up a little unusually to give you the impression that something might be going on.
They're definitely playing some mind games out here tonight, especially on special teams, an area where Lompoc has not been particularly great. So
everybody lined up on the Eagles line to the left of the right hash. So it's all bunched up here to this side of the field.
Nice kick.
This one will go way back into the end zone for the touchback. That's a good strategy. So the Braves will have exactly 58 seconds and 1 timeout to navigate 80 yards. Let's see what the strategy is.
I imagine it will have something akin to getting the ball deep. And we have Morgan and Daniels over on the right side. We have two receivers over on the left side.
Ross is in the shotgun. Sheldon Canley back there to block for him. Picks up a blitz.
Yeah.
Ross is going to go down.
Looked like they were trying to get it to Daniels over here on the right side, and he was double covered.
Good penetration there by the AG defense. Puts Daniels back at a loss for a yard in the 2nd and 11. Clock running with 35 seconds remaining. Braves holding on to that last timeout. Two wides to either side. They'll give it to Canley. He's got some room on the far side. He gets across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Nice gain for Sheldon Canley out to the 36 and a Braves first down.
With 22.2 seconds.
Clock stopped momentarily to move the chains. And it'll be running at the signal of ready for play, which it is. Three receivers right, one left, throwing left, down the far sideline, overthrown, incomplete.
Overthrown just inside the 30.
Duarte Tenorio, the intended receiver. And with 10.5 seconds remaining, clock is stopped, and it'll be 2nd and 10 Braves. Still with a one timeout. One receiver up to the short side on the Braves sideline. Three here to our side.
And I think he just took a knee here.
And they did. They'll take that final timeout to the locker room as the first half comes to a close. And an interesting first half, Mike, and not the way the Braves wanted to see the scoreboard. It's 22-10. The Eagles lead at halftime.
Yep. I think the thing that probably shocked the Braves most is those two big plays. They have not really given up a lot of big plays this season. They gave up a interception return for a touchdown against Rigetti, and they gave up three big plays against Rigetti. And they're seeing kind of the same thing tonight.
Two big plays tonight and a big turnover are the difference.
Yeah.
It's given the Roy Grande Eagles the lead. It's 22-10.
The difference between this game and the Rigetti game is they actually do have some time to recover.
Mm-hmm. We've got a second half to play, but right now we're going to send it back to the studio so we can tell you about some pertinent things going on around the Lompoc Valley. And we will be back for the second half in about 20 minutes. Stay with us, folks. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
I got smart about mortgages. Now, it's my house I go home to.
I got smart about college. Now my kid's off to a great start.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org.
I got smart about health insurance. Now both my finances and I are healthy.
Smartaboutmoney.org is a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We're an independent nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping people just like you get sound information about money.
I got smart about protecting my job. Now,
I'm doing better than ever.
For everything from how to build an emergency fund to how to deal with job uncertainty, smartaboutmoney.org has the answers you're looking for.
I got smart about credit cards. Now paper or plastic has a whole new meaning.
Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Hey, football fans, do you have friends or family that live out of town but still like to follow Lompoc Valley football? Let them know that KPEG's game coverage is also streaming live on the web. Just send them to kpegradio.com and they can catch all of the action no matter where they are. That's kpegradio.com, brought to you by your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. KPEG listeners, have we got a deal for you? Now, we know you enjoy hearing all of our great music and special programming, but how would you like to hear yourself on your favorite radio station? Too good to be true, you say? No way! If you are a dedicated KPEG fan, you're invited to stop by the studio and record your very own station ID or tribute. We'll add it to our rotation, so when you tune into KPEG, you just might hear yourself on the air. Give us a call at 875-2750. That's 875-2750, and we'll tell you how. It's simple, it's fun, it's free, and it's right here on Lompoc's very own 100.9 KPEG. By now, you've probably figured out that KPEG is not your ordinary average radio station. In fact, we're anything but ordinary. First, you'll never ever hear a commercial on KPEG. We're all about the music. And how about that music? We play more music with more variety than any other station in the area. And not just the standard tunes you hear everywhere else. Sure, we play rockin' oldies and your favorite classic rock songs, but we'll also introduce you to some deep tracks that you might not have heard. Some new rock, and even some bands that are a bit off the mainstream. That's what makes KPEG so unique. Well, that and our exclusive live sports coverage. But the point is that KPEG is different by design. Enjoy it. We're 100.9 KPEG.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over... Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We hope you are enjoying KPEG's live coverage of tonight's game featuring the Lompoc Braves and the Arroyo Grande Eagles. With the Braves having a bye next week, our broadcast crew is going to hit the road with Cabrillo as the Conquistadors take on the Buena Bulldogs in Ventura. Join us at 6:45 for an exclusive pregame interview with Conks head coach A.J. Pateras. Then get set for the kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's the Cabrillo Conquistadors versus the Buena Bulldogs next Friday night, and it's right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
The City Council meetings are your window into how Lompoc works. You can even speak to the council and let them know how you feel. But if you can't be there in person, you can always follow along on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and the web at cityoflompoc.com. That's right. We'll be there on the first and third Tuesday of every month, bringing you all the comments, discussions, and votes. So tune in for a live trimulcast of your City Council meetings, only on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and cityoflompoc.com.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
Fire, flood, hazardous spills, active shooter, extreme weather. In Santa Barbara County, there are things you need to know. If we can't reach you, we can't alert you. Sign up for Santa Barbara County Emergency Alerts today. To receive alerts via email, cell, and landline, sign up online at www.awareandprepare.org. Or for limited emergency information, text your zip code to 888-777 because you need to know.
Hello, I'm Samantha Scroggin, Community Relations Manager with the City of Lompoc. Let's tune in to what's happening in Lompoc. We want your input as the City of Lompoc develops a pedestrian and bicycle master plan. Learn more and take the survey in English or Spanish on our city's website. The decision is a slam dunk to sign up for the Lompoc Recreation Division's Youth Basketball League. Registration is now underway for the youth basketball program that's open to boys and girls ages 4 years old through 8th grade. Come support Lompoc's young filmmakers by attending California Listens 2019 Lompoc Youth Filmmaker Showcase on Saturday, September 21st at the Lompoc Library. Certain Sparks will be on hand providing free ukulele lessons at the start of the showcase. Looking for something fun to do this fall in Lompoc? Our Lompoc Recreation Division has something for everyone. Check out the recreation page on our city's website. Visit our City of Lompoc website at cityoflompoc.com for more information on these programs and events and more. And be sure to follow the City of Lompoc on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all of the latest news in the city. Thanks for joining us for this City of Lompoc news update. We'll talk to you next time when we tune in Lompoc.
Don't have a car? Too far to walk? Bike in the shop? Welcome aboard Colt, the City of Lompoc Transit. Sit back and let us do the driving. Colt serves the communities of Lompoc, Mission Hills, and Vandenberg Village. We offer comfort, low fares, convenience, free transfers, and great service. For more information and free trip planning assistance, give us a call at 736-7666 or visit us on the web at cityoflompoc.com/transit.
So, you want to know what's new on KPEG? Well, we've created the perfect solution, and we call it KPEG New Tracks. Every week, we'll showcase some of the new songs we've recently added to the mix, plus preview some tracks that haven't even made it into rotation yet. From indie to heavy metal, you'll hear some great new additions to the library, complete with artist and song title information. And who knows, one of them may turn out to be your next favorite song. Can you afford not to listen? It's KPEG New Tracks. Catch it every Friday night at 6 p.m. right here on your home for the greatest collection of rock and roll on the planet, 100.9 KPEG.
Rich is just a really good guy. The term good egg isn't enough to describe him. He's also certified organic and free range. Rich puts the cap back on everything. The toothpaste, the olive oil, the shampoo, everything. He lets his 10-year-old nephew beat him at virtual tennis, even though he can straight up slay his 10-year-old nephew in virtual tennis. When the toilet paper is running low, Rich replaces the roll on the actual holder, not just on the back of the toilet. Rich is texting and driving. Rich? No. What are you doing, Rich? I was just telling everyone how great you are. Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I shop and cook for my mom every week. I help my dad pay his bills.
I take my wife to the doctor.
Am I a caregiver?
Are you caring for a senior parent, spouse, or friend? Do you spend time helping with meals, shopping, or personal care? Are you stressed? Do you have less time for yourself? You are not alone. Nearly 1 in 6 people in Lompoc are caregivers. Visit caringtogetherlompoc.org or call 925-9554.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cool time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
We hope you are enjoying KPEG's live coverage of tonight's game featuring the Lompoc Braves and the Arroyo Grande Eagles. With the Braves having a bye next week, our broadcast crew is going to hit the road with Cabrillo as the Conquistadors take on the Buena Bulldogs in Ventura. Join us at 6:45 for an exclusive pregame interview with Conks head coach A.J. Pateras. Then get set for the kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's the Cabrillo Conquistadors versus the Buena Bulldogs next Friday night, and it's right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
Hi, I'm Casey Farah, your host for KPEG's Local Music Hour. Playing music from Lompoc and the surrounding cities. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. Right here on KPEG 100.9 FM.
Make a difference in your community and apply to be on the grand jury of Santa Barbara County. The grand jury investigates county government, municipalities, and special districts' use of your tax dollars. Jurors see the inner workings of government, not available to most people. And for the convenience of northern Santa Barbara County grand jurors, video conferencing is now available in Santa Maria. Apply today at sbcgj.org or pick up an application at any Santa Barbara County courthouse.
Hey Lompoc, now that your newest, bestest, most favoritist radio station is up and running, why not put us to work? If your organization has a nonprofit event or fundraiser coming up, let KPEG help spread the word. Just submit your public service announcement at least 2 weeks in advance and we'll handle the rest. Call us at 875-2750 for details. That's 875-2750. After all, KPEG is your community radio station. Serving you is what we do. You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
So you see, son, good manners are very, very important. Someday, many years from now, when you're a grown-up, you'll be a man. And when you are, you should be a gentleman. Do you want me to go through it one more time?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me. Sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If a door's shut, then knock first. Don't burp, don't swear, don't speak with your mouth full, don't reach across people's plates, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. While we're at it, don't stare, don't use foul language, don't call people names, but do remember people's names. Always share toys, play nice, and cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give up your seat to anyone who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
And stop picking your nose.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit tunein2x.org. That's tunein2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives and the Ad Council.
The World Wide Web has many things to offer, and one of those things is TAP TV. Just surf your browser to cityoflompoc.com/taptv. Click on any one of our 3 channels and you'll see original, locally produced television. Between shows, we have a bulletin board loaded with announcements and events in Lompoc, with rockin' KPEG radio as the soundtrack. It doesn't stop there. You can make your own TV show. Just stop by the Lompoc Media Center at 125 West Walnut on the 3rd floor of the Anderson Rec Center, and we'll show you how.
Well, welcome back to Pioneer Valley High School, ladies and gentlemen. While the Arroyo Grande Eagles lead the Lompoc Braves by a score of 22-10. Mike, this is not necessarily what we were expecting to see. Well, we expected a game where we had a lot of running, and we did see that. Especially from Arroyo Grande. They had two big plays on offense. They had one big play on defense, and that basically accounts for 20-some of their points. The Braves find themselves trailing at halftime. I don't get to say that very often. And they had to make some adjustments during the half, I would think. They've got to get a grip on these big plays. They've got to get a little more consistent on offense. They had one big player of their own, that nice pass to Ryan Morgan, who snagged that one out of the air. But the Braves find themselves in a very difficult and unusual position, trailing by 12 at the half, and they're going to have to kick it off to start things here in the second half. So now they're going to have to play defense again, and they need to get that done in a hurry. They can't let Arroyo Grande just drive the field on them like they did in the second quarter. All the momentum certainly in the Arroyo Grande side at this point, and the Braves need to find a way to change that. This is I know it's only the fourth game of the year, but I feel like this is a turning point or some point. If the Braves were to come up on the empty side of this game tonight, they go to a bye week next week, but they've got a real tough game coming up 2 weeks from tonight against St. Joseph. Yeah, well, they need to make the point. They're not playing the Little Sisters of the Poor. They're playing one of the top 10 teams in Division I in Central Section tonight. Yes, they are. Okay, we are about to get underway here in the second half. Braves kicking off, a nice booming kick that goes out the back of the end zone for the touchback. Not used to that from Aldo. So the Eagles will start the second half at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Leading 22-10. We mentioned we are at Pioneer Valley High School back home. Pioneer Valley is taking on the Cabrillo Conquistadors back at Houck Stadium. Getting word that the Panthers leading that one 13-7 in the second quarter. So Cabrillo hanging in there. Quick throw outside here, and immediately wrestled to the ground was Calder, number 12. Interesting, this is such a touted AG running game that we've seen the ball in the air quite a bit from the Eagles tonight. They're definitely trying to pass enough to keep the Lompoc defense off their running backs, and they have been able to keep it more or less 1 yard on that first completion. Then they'll go back to the ground game. That was Mason Thompson on the carry for the Eagles out to the 24. 25 up the middle. And it'll be 3rd down and 6. And the Braves quickly force it to a 3rd down. And if they can get off the field here, this improves their probabilities greatly. 2 to either side. Ooh. Fakes the handoff and keeps it himself, does Royal, and he's going to get out to the 30. Get over the 30. Yep. Fake the handoff to Thompson, who was going right, and Thompson got drilled immediately. Royal goes left and gets the ball just across the 30 for a 1st down, Arroyo Grande. 10:44 in the 3rd quarter. Royal from the shotgun looking to pass on 1st down. Lobs this one across down the far near sideline and incomplete. Intended for Ben Salerno. Intended for somebody who wasn't close to getting it. Yeah, a little bit overthrown. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Tenorio back there on coverage for the Braves. That was probably 6-7 feet over his head and well out of bounds. 2nd and 10. Again, fake the handoff. Royal keeps it himself. Not quite as successful this time. Out to the 33. Gain of a couple. Oscar there on defense for the Braves once again. The ball at the Eagle 33. 3rd down and 8 from there. Clock running, almost 10 minutes. 2 minutes into the 3rd quarter. 3 receivers up to the top. 1 here to the short side of the field. Royal keeps it himself. And he's going to get just enough once again for a 1st down out to the 41.
He's been really effective tonight.
Tackle on the play by Anthony Arias. Be an Eagle 1st down.
Coming into the night, Royal had 147 yards rushing.
And he's probably in that neighborhood tonight.
And there goes number 25 again, Mason Thompson. Up the middle, across midfield, down to the Brave 49-yard line.
Pickup of 9.
2nd and 1 from the 49. 2 receivers to either side for Royal and the Eagles. Again, number 25, right up the middle. Thompson down to the 41, and another 1st down for Rory Grandy as they're moving the ball almost at will at the moment. Mason Thompson, 5'10", 165-pound junior, doing some damage up the middle for this AG offense.
And they're mainly doing it with misdirection and
Royal back to pass, looking down the far sideline. Jump ball, and complete and down at the 12. Mason Garcia on the catch. And he's a big target, 6'3", 205 out there on the far side. He jumped up into the night sky and brought that one down. And a big completion for the Eagles moves the ball all the way down to the 12. 1st down from there.
And they have really been moving the ball.
This time, Thompson gets wrapped up as he tries the right side of that Braves line. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the 12. Clock running, about 8:20 left here in the 3rd quarter. It's 22-10. Roy Grandy leads Lompoc. And the Eagles are knocking at the door here in the 3rd quarter.
And if the Braves can hold them to a field goal here, that would be a big stop because that would keep them within 2 scores.
Royal looking to left, throws in the end zone. This one will be overthrown.
Yeah. Had a possibility, but tried to find Kitachi, but
trying to get him on that back pylon and just to overthrow it a little bit. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 10, and a big 3rd down stop here coming up for the Braves defense.
Yeah, hopefully. Rory Grandy has been really good on 3rd down tonight.
They have. See what they would come up with here. 3 left, 1 receiver right. Royal rolling left. Throws on the run, complete. That's Katachi, and he stopped just shy of the goal line at the 1.
Did get the 1st down, however.
Caught it at about the 10. Cut inside, got stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. It's 1st and goal, AG from the 1.
7:40 to go in the 3rd. So they have not only used up a bunch of yards, they have burned some clock in this drive.
High formation, Royal keep it himself. Quarterback sneak. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. And Mike, they made that look pretty easy.
Yes, they did.
That was an 80-yard drive to start the 3rd quarter for the Eagles. And it's 28-10 with the point after coming up. and Briz.
And they will go for 2.
And they will get 2. That was a designed 2-pointer. Mason Thompson took the snap. He was lined up for the point after. Took the snap, stood up, ran it around the left corner, and he's in for 2 points. And all of a sudden, with 7:21 left here in the third quarter, it's Arroyo Grande 30, Lompoc 10. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. Greg Ratcliffe here at Pioneer Valley High School, along with Mike Loney. Judy's back at the studio doing her thing. For those of you watching on the KPEG.radio.com stream, that's Judy supplying you with those beautiful graphics you're seeing. Those of you watching your radio, you're watching the Braves down 20 here in the third.
Yep.
And Mike, I can't remember the last time I said the Braves were down 20. I honestly cannot remember saying that.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. Quite a few years.
Obviously, not long enough.
Roy Grande to kick off.
But
and this one will be in the end zone once again for a touchback.
That'll be a touchback. Bring it out to the 20. Lompoc will take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to take over. First and 10 at their 20 with 7:21 left here in the third.
Although this is certainly not the first time that Lompoc has gotten some things handed to them by the Arroyo Grande Eagles. Had a semifinal in the CIF playoffs a few years back.
Yeah.
I think that one was 58-0. First 2 plays of the game, Lompoc had the top 2 running backs injured.
Well, back to real time. Braves find themselves down 20, back on offense. Kevin Ross pitches to Morgan on the sweep, and he'll get upended right about at the line of scrimmage. They might give him 1.
Ryan Morgan, the ball carrier.
They will give him forward progress to the 21. 2nd and 9 for the Braves from their own 21-yard line. And this, I get the sense, is a very important possession for Lompoc.
Maybe the most important of the game.
They really need to answer right now. This could get out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Already approaching the halfway mark here in the third, and Lompoc just now getting the ball. Coleman breaks free a little bit, stumbles forward close to the first down at the 30, but he's going to come up about a half a yard shy, I think.
It's going to be really close.
Yeah, about the length of the ball, looks like. Third down and very short. Dare I say it? Let's go. We'll credit to Tom Gerard. Three receivers set for the Braves. 2 backs in the backfield with Ross. Another high snap that he brings down. And that'll be a first down for the Braves out to the 32. That was Oscar Tenorio on the carry. Well, just across the 33, it'll be first down Braves from there. Two receivers here to the near side, one up top. Ross will fake the handoff. Looking deep across the middle from Morgan. This one is high and incomplete.
Yeah. And if you throw it high to where Morgan can't get it, that's high.
You know it's high if Ryan Morgan can't go out and get it. That was the right idea. Morgan double covered again. Tried to put it up there where only he could get it, and it was just a little out of reach for even Ryan Morgan. So 2nd and 10.
Caitlin Daniels over here on the right side in single coverage.
Oscar Tenorio hit hard at the 35-yard line. after a gain of 1. Oops, excuse me, Coleman that time.
Elijah Castro made the initial hit.
And Coleman has been pretty much held in check so far tonight by this AG defense.
Yeah, Elijah Castro has, as I think I mentioned earlier, been everywhere on
Yes.
on defense.
And the hard hitting continues here by Arroyo Grande.
3rd and 8.
Looking to pass down the left side, complete.
And that was number 9.
That's Duarte Tenario, complete and down at the 46-yard line. 45, they'll put it, but enough for a first down for the Braves. So they keep moving the chains and keep this possession alive. 4:45 and counting here in the third quarter. It's 30-10. Arroyo Grande leads. Morgan in motion. And flags.
False start on the Braves.
That will cost Lompoc 5 and move the ball back to the 40. 1st and 15 from that point. Wind the clock. 4.5 left here in the third quarter. Ross fakes the handoff. Quick screen out to the far side. Complete, but tackled after a short gain. Back out to the 45. They'll get the penalty yardage back. Dickerson got the call that time. He'll get 5. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 45. Ross, plenty of time, looking to throw. Now has to turn it around. Now under pressure. Throw this one complete to Morgan, who has to come back with the ball. Gets tackled immediately at about the 47-yard line. That's the Eagle side of the 50.
Did a really good job to shield Thompson off from that ball. Otherwise, it could very well have been a pick.
3rd down and 2 from the Eagle 47. They need to get just inside the 45 for a first down. 2 receivers to either side for Lompoc. And flags again.
Encroachment.
So they get the Eagles on this one. And not only is that 5 yards for the Braves, it's also a free first down. 1st and 10 Lompoc at the 42.
For the 5-yard penalty, that will be a Lompoc first down of the Eagle 42.
Clock running, 2:50 remaining here in the third. Third quarter has gone very quickly. Eagles with 1 possession. This is Lompoc's first possession of the second half. Quick pass out to Daniels, trying to set up a screen. And tackled immediately, then swarmed by 6 blue shirts on the far side. AG having nothing to do with that little screen. And where will they spot this? Right about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
No gain back at the 42. Daniels ended up almost back to midfield, but they give him progress back to the line of scrimmage for no gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
1 receiver up top, 2 here to the near side.
Well, he got thrown bodily backwards.
Middle screen to Tenario, complete, but tackled very quickly by that swarming AG defense. Gain of a couple is all. It'll be a 3rd down and about 8. The ball at the Eagle 40. 1.5 left here in the third quarter. It's 30-10. The Eagles lead.
Third and 8.
And a big 3rd down for the Braves here. Ross has to roll to get out of pressure. Throws on the run. And it is complete on the far sideline.
And I think that's going to be close to a first down.
They're going to move the chains. Duarte Tenario on the catch. And it's a first down Braves at the Eagle. Where do they put it? 31.
59 seconds.
Inside a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Braves trying to get some points on the board here. Oscar
still going.
It's inside the 20. No, that was Leandre. Nice run by Leandre Cohen inside the 20 to the 18-yard line, and another first down for the Braves.
38.2 seconds.
It's been a nice, long, sustained drive here by the Braves offense.
Yeah.
Nothing flashy about it. 3 receivers up to the top. Sheldon Canley gets the carry. Bounces off some tackles. Still on his feet inside the 5 and down to the 4-yard line goes Sheldon Canley.
I think they might mark him short of the 5.
Looks like he had a knee down. They'll put it right at the 5-yard line. First and goal, Braves.
And that's going to burn the quarter.
Braves are up to the line quickly, maybe trying to get a little movement on that defensive line, but they will let the clock run out here in the third. 3 quarters complete. 12 minutes to go here at Pioneer Valley High School. Our score is the Arroyo Grande Eagles 30, the Lompoc Braves 10. And the Braves find themselves down 20 points with 12 minutes to go. I want to take a moment to thank another one of our sponsors tonight. Thanks so much to Mark and Beth Brenson of Brenson's Embroidery and Gifts. Their first time with us this season. We appreciate them very much coming on board to help us bring these broadcasts to you live at 100.9 FM and KPEGradio.com. Brenson's Embroidery. So we'll turn around and go the other direction. The ball is at the Eagle 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal Braves from there when we get back to action. And they really need to punch this one in
quickly.
Yep. There is no time to waste. And then they're going to have to play some defense.
Which would be nice.
Which is something that has been eluding them a little bit this evening. We talked to Coach pregame about how stout this Braves defense has been up to this point, other than that breakdown they had in week 2 in the fourth quarter. But tonight they've been bending and breaking a little bit.
I have a feeling that spaghetti tape got viewed a few times by the Arroyo Grande staff.
Ross under center at 1st and 5. The pitch, a little wide. Canley managed to corral it, gets away from one guy in the backfield, and finally makes his way back to the line of scrimmage. That had disaster written all over it a couple of times.
Yeah, and how he did not lose yardage, do not know.
The pitch was off the mark, so it was a great job by Canley just to get his hands on that one and keep possession. And then after he fought through that, he had to fight through a couple of tackles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So with all of that said, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Ross from the shotgun, fakes to Canley, throws across, complete to Ryan Morgan on a slant in the end zone. Touchdown, Braves. And that was a very well thrown ball by Kevin Ross.
Yeah.
And Ryan Morgan right there to grab it. And that makes it 30-16 with the point after coming. Anguiano out to do the kick. Bradley Waite to hold. The kick is away. And sails over towards the scoreboard, which is a long way away. And it's good. So only 44 seconds in here to the fourth quarter, and the Braves are on the board. It's now Arroyo Grande 30, Lompoc 17. Braves are still in it, but they need to play some defense and get the ball back. 30-17, AG on top.
It's been a while since the Lompoc varsity has given up 30 points in a game.
That is correct. 28 was bad enough. Only one quarter a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I still feel like this is a very important game for the Braves. They need to find a way to turn this one around. They'd like to do to what Rio Grande, what Getty did to them a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
Anguiano with the kick. High, end over end, fielded at the 4. Thomason on the return. Some nice running, gets across the 30 to about the 33. Caleb Thomason with a nice return of about 30. And number 11 has been doing some damage.
He has. 11 minutes left in the game.
The Eagles will have a 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. They've had the ball in the air quite a bit. You wonder if they're going to go to a more ball control, run the clock type offense now. We'll see what their strategy is. They do have 4 receivers.
And this is only the 3rd possession of the second half.
Royal will keep this one after the fake handoff and pick up about a yard. As the entire 3rd quarter was taken up by one possession by both teams.
And the Braves defense has got to get off the field successfully.
And that's a good start. 1 yard on 1st down. Royal rolling. And he's going to get sacked back at the 29. Oscar Tenario tracks him down from behind. A loss of about 5. They'll put it at the 30. It'll be 3rd down and about 14. Royal from the shotgun. Movement. The Braves got jumpy. Offsides Lompoc. So remember that 5-yard sack we just had?
Forget it.
Yeah, we just gave him the yards back. It's a 3rd down and 9. Now the clock is running. 10 minutes left in the 4th. Royal from the shotgun. Inside screen to Thomason. Picks up a block. Gets away from one tackler. Tries to get to the 1st down marker, but it's going to come up short. He's at the 42. Needed to get to the 43. And it'll be 4th and 1 for the Eagles. And what do the Eagles do now, Mike?
Well, it looks like they're going to go for it.
4th and 1. The Eagles will go for it from their own 42.
I would try and get Lompoc to jump if I were them, first of all.
Lompoc's got the box loaded up again. Very tight formation by the Eagles. The pitch to Thomason. And it's going to be real close. Working off a left tackle. I think he's got it. He does. 1st down, Rio Grande. Out to the 44. Needed 1, got 2. And a gutsy call by the Eagles.
Yep, and there was absolutely no hesitation.
Nope, they didn't even think twice about it. Kept the offense on the field, said, let's do this. 1st and 10, Eagles from the 44. Inside 9 minutes to go here in the 4th. It's 30-17. Rio Grande leads. They'll keep the ball on the ground. This time it's number 25, Mason Thompson. He'll get about 3. Well, across the 45 to the 46. Give them 2. 2nd and 8 from there.
They're just firing up the middle on one of these running plays.
They got some good-sized young men on their offensive line that are doing a job.
And they've got some itty-bitty little guys running the ball that they can't grab.
2nd and 8. Royal throwing down the far sideline. This one is overthrown and incomplete.
Yep.
TJ Valenti, number 7, the intended receiver on that play. So the Eagles not content to play too conservative here. It'll be 3rd and 8. Clock stop with 8:08 left here in the 4th.
And they're definitely passing to try and get the defense to back off.
Yep. 3rd and 8, 2 receivers to either side. Royal, again, from the shotgun. Thompson in the backfield with him.
Coleman looking like he was coming.
Now he'll back off. Fakes the handoff as Royal. Has to tuck it away. Gets away from one guy, and will finally go down on the other side of the field. Looks like Tenario again for the Braves on defense.
That was supposed to go right, and there was absolutely nothing there, and Royal broke back left, and Tenario, if he hadn't gotten him, he may not have gotten got.
They'll give him 1 on the play. It's 4th and 7, and the Eagles will not hesitate on this play either. They will kick it away. 4th and 7, a lot different than 4th and 1. One deep man for the Braves back at the 20. Looks like Dickerson. They'll angle this kick over to the sideline.
And
Dickerson will fall on it on the 22.
Came up to keep it from rolling. Good job.
So we've got 7 minutes and 19 seconds left on the 4th quarter clock. The ball is on the Brave 23-yard line. Lompoc will have it there, 1st and 10. The Eagles lead this game 30-17. And the Braves need to come up with some offense and some points and do it with great alacrity.
Only the 8th possession for the Braves.
Three receivers set for the Braves, 2 wides, 1 in the slot. Runs, looking left. Throws wide and incomplete. Intended for Duarte Tenario, about the 25. We'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for Lompoc from the 23. Well, the good news about that is the clock stop. Again, 3 receivers for Lompoc. Another high snap. Ross throwing down the middle. Just overthrown, incomplete, intended for Kalen Daniels.
And he was open and behind everybody.
That's the 2nd time Daniels has had a couple of steps on the defenders and couldn't connect. So a pair of incompletions brings up 3rd down and 10. For Lompoc from the 23. Clock stop for 7:09 left here to go in the 4th.
And do the Braves go for it if they don't make it on this one?
I'll let you know in a minute. Ross throwing on the run. Complete. Nope, incomplete.
Ooh, and that was
Ryan Morgan had it and got just hammered, and the ball came loose. Justin Wilkinson laid the hammer on Ryan Morgan and knocked that ball loose. And that's a big play because Morgan had a 1st down if he holds onto that ball.
Yes, he did. He was at about the 35.
And all of a sudden it's 4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions, and the Braves are in punt formation. 2 men deep for the Eagles back at their own 45. Lompoc to punt from their 10. Low snap. The ball was loose.
Oh, good grief.
Picked up and manages to get a kick away. And under the circumstances, a pretty good one. But it's going to be down at the Lompoc 34-yard line. The snap was low, rolled through the kicker's hands, then picked it up about the 5. And with 3 guys bearing down and managed to get a foot on the ball and got about 30 yards on the kick. But having said that, the Eagles are in great shape at the Lompoc 34.
with 6:52 remaining in regulation.
It's very hopeful, Mike. But I got to tell you, if the Eagles can put points on the board in this possession,
Yeah.
we got a problem.
We've already got a problem, right? We've got a bigger problem.
The pitch to Thomason,
who's been spectacular tonight. Pickup of 2.
Goes to the left, cuts it back inside for a quick game of 2, as Mike says, down to about the 30. Yeah, give him 1. Ball just inside the 33. It'll be 2nd and 9. Almost halfway through the fourth quarter. The Eagles should be in no hurry to get these plays off.
No.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. Won't see the Eagles using any. 2nd and 9. Royal from under center. Ooh. Now they're going to stick to the ground game. About that one goes straight up the middle for maybe a yard. Elijah Castro on the carry. 3rd down and 7 from the 31. Clock running inside. 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth.
Be interesting to see what the Eagles do if they cannot convert this third.
3 receivers here to the near side. 1 up top. Royal from the shotgun. A little reverse by Thomason. He's got plenty of room on the far side. Gets the first down and more, and a flag comes out at the end of the play.
They managed to get the end suckered in, and Thomason cut underneath him, and he had running room.
The play is down to the 17-yard line for a first down. However, there is a flag down at the end of the play. Royal was running to his right, dumped it off to Thomason, who was running in the opposite direction, and there was nobody after he got past the corner. But it looks like we're about to find out why. I think there may have been a hole on the edge. Yep, holding Eagles. And that explains why there was nobody out there. Negates a nice play and moves the ball back to the 40-yard line.
And it stops the clock at 5:28.
A lot of good things about that. It's now 3rd down and 16 from the Braves 40. 5:20 and now clock moving left here in the fourth. It's 30-17. Arroyo Grande leading and trying to bleed this clock as best they can to keep the ball away from the Braves offense.
And that inside pitch has worked very well for them.
From the shotgun, handoff to Thomason, who finds some room on the far side before he's run out of bounds at about the 35. Got about 5 on that one.
The only thing he did wrong there was he went out of bounds.
Clock stop of 4:54. It'll be 4th down and 11. And the Eagles will be in the punch formation.
Yeah.
Dickerson back deep for the Braves at the 10.
And they will try and bury Lompoc probably inside the 5 here.
Be surprised to see this one angled to a corner somewhere. Oh, shanked it high, straight up in the air. Takes a great Lompoc roll.
Well, that was hit by a guy out of bounds. Which is
picked up by Coleman on the run after the bounce and gets it all the way down to the Eagle 45-yard line. What an opportune time for the Braves for a poor punt and a nice return. So what could have ended up having the Braves pinned inside their 10 now gives them a first down in Eagle territory at Arroyo Grande 45. The Braves couldn't have drawn that one up any better. That's the good news. The bad news is they're still down 2 scores with only 4:43 to go. Let's see what Lompoc can do. 30-17, Eagles lead. Here come the Braves on offense. Kevin Ross takes the snap. Plenty of time, throws right. This one is wide and incomplete at the 35.
Intended receiver.
Joker Dickerson, the intended receiver, not there. Couldn't get under that one. That's 2nd and 10. Stops the clock with 4:37 left here in the 4th. Scenario will come out for the Braves. Coleman's in the backfield with Ross. Kevin back to pass. Who is complete to Coleman out of the backfield. Turns on the burners and finds the first down marker on the far sideline.
And gets out of bounds.
All good on that play. First down and the clock stops. Spot the ball at the Eagle 33. First down Braves from there. Plenty of time, but no time to waste. Joe Schumer in the game in the slot for the Braves. Ross from the shotgun. Little out pattern complete on the far sideline and out of bounds. That's Daniels on the catch.
Daniels makes the catch and pulls out of bounds to stop the clock.
Move the ball down to the 26. Stop the clock with 4:23 left.
Pick up of 7.
2nd down and 3 for the Braves. Ross again, throwing left, right, incomplete. This one bounced into Ryan Morgan, incomplete.
Nice pass if you're playing basketball.
Clock stopped with 4:19 remaining. 3rd and 3 Braves. The ball is at the Eagle 26-yard line. Takes the handoff. Throws a slant pass complete at the 12 and tackled immediately. That was Daniels again. Clock stopped just long enough to move the chains, and it's a first down for the Braves. Now clock running again with 4:10 remaining. Ball at the Eagle 12. Braves doing what they need to do, moving the ball, stopping the clock as much as they can. Here's Ross throwing to the end zone. Knocked away and incomplete in the end zone.
Is that Morgan again?
Daniels was out there, the intended receiver. Kalen looking for a flag on that one for interference. Isn't going to get the call, so it's 2nd and 10. 3:57 remaining. Ross back to pass. Throws complete.
That's Morgan.
Morgan, touchdown Braves. No, Joe Schumer, number 15 on that catch. And the Braves are in the end zone. And that was a very well executed drive by Lompoc to get back in this ball game. It's 30-23.
3:50 to go. And the Braves are just going to kick one.
An important one. Kick is away, kick is up, kick is good. This one not over yet, folks. 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. It's Arroyo Grande 30, Lompoc 24. 30-24, Eagles lead with 3:50 left. Don't go away. We've seen stranger things happen in the 4th quarter.
Yes, indeedy.
Tell you about another one of our sponsors, our good friend Rick Frederick of Frederick Quality Plumbing. Thank you so much to Rick and Lisa over at Frederick Quality Plumbing for their ongoing support. Every single year they're with us, and we love them both for it. Frederick Quality Plumbing.
So would you go for an onside here, Greg?
Well,
or would you kick away?
The way Arroyo Grande has been moving the ball, I might have to chance the onside.
AG has one guy back, and guess who it is?
Some guy named Thomason, maybe.
Thomason.
Yeah. This would be a good time for another famous Waldo Anguiano touchback.
Yeah.
No time off the clock, no return.
Eagles have almost everybody up within 15 yards.
And they'll try and squib this one. Fielded at the 35 by the Eagles successfully. Looks like
that was a great catch.
The Eagles will hang on to the ball at the 35. First and 10, Roy Grandy from there. Remember, the Braves have all 3 of their timeouts remaining.
And no time ran off the clock on that kick.
3:50 left. And if ever the Braves defense needed to step up, this would be the time.
Ball is at the 35.
Here we go. 2 receivers to either side. Royal from the shotgun.
Great
here
time
on
for a
first down.
turnover.
Straight to the running game. There goes Thomason again. Breaks into the secondary. Picks up a block. Cuts to the outside of the 40.
Another block.
Still on his feet and all the way down to the Lompoc 24-yard line. Finally tackled there by Luke Gardner.
And did a great job getting over, and he comes up limping.
And did we tell you that Thomason's been doing some damage? Well, there's some more. Timeout, Braves.
14 gets up limping, Greg.
What a big run by Caleb Thomason.
That's got to be close to 200 yards.
Oh, yeah. At 86 on that one. And that puts the Eagles in terrific shape. First and 10 at the Braves' 25-yard line. Clock stopped with 3:39 left here in the fourth. Braves have used their first of 3 timeouts. They can stop it twice more. A couple of first downs would ice it, but the punctuation and touchdown for the Eagles would probably do them some good as well.
Yeah.
That would take away all doubt.
Field goal would do it.
Here we go. First and 10 Eagles from the Braves. 24. Little screen pass, interesting, complete, and tackled right away.
And they're doing a very good job of staying in bounds.
Nicholas Miller on the catch. You're right, Mike. He did purposely stay in bounds, and the Braves will be forced to use their second timeout. Coleman on the stop for the Braves. 3:32 left here on the fourth quarter clock. Eagles up 6, 30-24. And they can't see this last 3:32 run off the clock fast enough.
Well, they would be hitting the accelerator.
Gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 23 of the Braves. There's a couple hundred people across the way on the visitor sidelines that are looking a little stunned.
They're still in it, however.
So on 2nd and 8, the Eagles will come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send 2 receivers to either side. It's Royal and Thomason in the backfield. Thomason will get the carry. And he'll nosedive in towards the 20-yard line.
Pick up a few.
And the Braves will use their final timeout of the night to stop the clock with 3 minutes, 26 seconds remaining. The ball is now at the Braves' 20. It'll be 3rd down and 5. The Braves can't stop the clock anymore. So if they get the ball back, they're going to have to break out the 2-minute drill. 30-24 is our score. The Roy Grandy Eagles lead the Lompoc Braves. Greg Ratcliffe here with Mike Loney at Pioneer Valley High School. It has been a thrilling game. Regardless of who you're rooting for.
I'm sure right about now, Mike Hartman is saying this has been much more thrilling than it needed to be.
Yes.
Andrew Jones would like it to be a little more thrilling.
A little more thrillinger. Thrillinger? I like it. 3rd and 5 for the Eagles from the shotgun. Thomason on the carry. He's going to come up short at the 18. Braves are saying the ball is loose, but I have no indication of that from anybody wearing a striped shirt.
Yep.
And Thomason is limping off the field on one foot. And that is a bad sign for Aurora Grande.
Yep.
He is putting no weight on that one leg.
Yep.
Clock running, 2:50. 4th down and about 4, and the Eagles are going to go for it.
At least they're going to line up like they're going to go for it. And we have timeout on the field.
Eagles will call timeout to stop the clock with 2:38. They're trying to draw the Braves offside. Did not work. And the bad news for the Aurora Grande fans is the fact that Caleb Thomason is on the trainer's table on the sideline.
Yeah.
Obviously in a great deal of discomfort.
We've seen way too many injuries already this year.
And we certainly hope he's okay. What a talented young man he is. Doesn't look like we'll be seeing him back anytime soon. Back on the field, there's 2:38 left to go here in the 4th quarter.
And Aurora Grande has a decision to make. Do they run a play? Do they try a field goal?
It's 4th down and 4 from the Braves, just inside the 20, just inside the 19. They need to get to the 15.
Because they went for a field goal. And it looks like they are.
Looks like they will.
It's a
37 yarder. And this is an all-important kick. A 37-yard field goal attempt by the Eagles to make it a 2-score game. Line drive kick. It's got the distance. Did it get through? No. Wide left. So the Braves defense do what they needed to do. It's a 1-score game, a 6-point lead for the Eagles, 30-24, and Lompoc has the ball at their own 20.
And the Braves are alive.
Remember, they used all their timeouts on defense. So they've got 2:33 to go, 80 yards, and no timeouts.
Just what you wanted, Greg. An exciting game.
Yeah. Well, how about this for a test for your freshman quarterback?
Yeah.
Playing against a top-notch opponent like the Aurora Grande Eagles, you are now in the 2-minute drill with the game on the line. Ross?
High snap.
He's going to get swallowed in the backfield. Manages to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage, I believe, to avoid the sack. But they'll give him about a length of a football in forward progress. 2nd and 10. Clock running, 2:10 remaining. 4 receivers set for the Braves. Ross from the shotgun, looking to pass, throws right. Complete and tackled inbounds at the 20. First down, however, that's Ryan Morgan with the catch.
Ryan Morgan, the receiver. And Braves first down.
There will be a brief stop with just under 2 minutes to go as they reset the chains.
Penalty flag down against the Braves. Oh my gosh, what a killer. What's the call? Yeah, they're not going to tell us. They're so busy looking at the spot.
It looks like a hold, maybe. They're putting it back at the 10.
So that negates the first down. See, interestingly enough, they had already moved the chains. So they'll put those back.
Yeah, well,
okay. Fortunately, it was at the 20, so they under the 10.
Knew where it was.
But the ball all the way back to the 10-yard line, and it's 2nd and 20. Pass across the middle, complete at the 26, and down immediately. That's Joker Dickerson on the catch. In the middle of the field, however, clock running, 1:35 left. It's 3rd down and 4. Ross back to throw, right sideline, complete, and clobbered is the receiver, caught inbounds.
They are going to move the chains.
That was Daniels with that catch, but he got hit immediately. Eagles not through hitting yet. First down Braves, and they'll clock this one to stop the clock with 1:22 left. The ball is at the Lompoc 35-yard line. With the spike, it's 2nd and 10 from the 35. Clock 1:22 remaining. It's 30-24. The Eagles lead by 6. The Braves once again out of timeouts. Ross under pressure, steps up, throws, gets hit as he throws, and a fantastic catch at the Eagles 35. And down there, who was that made that catch? Because he's down. He stretched out so much for that one, for the catch, and he paid the price.
That was Daniels.
Daniels on the catch. He's made some great catches tonight, and that was one of his best, but he's down on the field at the 35-yard line. The result of the play is a first down.
With 1:12.
We're concerned about Kalen Daniels at the moment, however.
Ball is marked at the Randy 35. So
all credit to Daniels on that catch, though.
Oh, he laid out, and I don't know how he held on to it. I mean,
he wanted that one.
Yeah, that was a highlight reel catch.
So as they take a look at Kalen Daniels, who is down at the 35-yard line, we've got 1:12 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Braves are down by 6 points. It's Eagles 30, Braves 24.
And I don't think too many folks have left early tonight.
No. And Daniels will be assisted to his feet and will walk off on his own power. That is great to see. Okay, so a big first down for the Braves keeps them alive.
Clock running again.
Approaching the 1 minute mark. 4 receivers set for the Braves. Ross, rolling right, throws on the run complete to Coleman, who gets out of bounds on the far sideline for another first down at about the 24-yard line. Remember, the Braves are only down by 6, so if they can punch this thing in to tie it up, a point after will give them the lead.
57.5 seconds to go, and first down on the 24.
The Braves have got them right where they want them. We hope. Ross throwing. Complete and down at the 6-yard line is Ryan Morgan. Stops the clock to move the chains with 51.7. First and goal, and the Braves are clocking to stop the clock. 48.6 seconds remaining in a 6-point game. Touchdown will tie it. The Braves battling back and executing this 2-minute drill to perfection.
And if they can pull this off, the confidence boost this is going to give to this Lompoc team, and especially their freshman quarterback.
Are you kidding me? You bet. Second and goal from the 5 for the Braves. Ross from the shotgun. Throws. It's intercepted at the goal line. And returned and out of bounds at the 25 on the far sideline, and that'll do it. Tried to hit a slant pattern at the goal line, and it's picked off. And what would have been a huge confidence boost is now a tremendous letdown for the Braves.
That was taken back out to the 27-yard line. Off the 10 matters a whole lot, but I don't think we're going to see Arroyo Grande put this one in the air.
The Braves without a timeout means all the Eagles have to do is come out and take a knee, and that'll do it. The Braves drove all the way down the field.
Came up 6 yards short.
What a heartbreaker for the Lompoc Braves. The Eagles in victory formation. They will take a knee, and they don't have to take another snap. They can let the clock run out. It's got 35 seconds to go. Man, this is a heartbreaker for Lompoc. I'll tell you what. They did a great job getting back into the contest. They're going to come up just a couple short. The Eagles will take one more knee to make this one official as they get down under 20 seconds. And that'll do it. The final seconds will tick away, and the Braves are going to come up 6 points short on this one, as the final score will be 30-24. The Eagles are going to take the victory. Wow, let's take a moment and thank our sponsors. I hope you stuck around for the end of this one, folks. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors, the Box Shop, Renson's Embroidery, Frederick Quality Plumbing, the Surf Connection, Tom's Burgers. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors for helping make this broadcast possible. And we thank you for joining us tonight. Not the result you might have been looking for, but I'll tell you what, this was an exciting game
It was a whale of a game.
to be at. We're pleased to have been able to bring it to you. The Braves, with this loss tonight, fall to 2-2 on the year. I haven't said that in a long time either.
No.
The Eagles improved to 3-1. Arroyo Grande will be.
And that Arroyo Grande Rigetti game is going to be real interesting.
Yeah. Lompoc will have a bye next week and try and recover from this one emotionally. And I see some guys, some Lompoc Braves down on the field that are not looking real happy right now.
I don't imagine they would be.
And they will be back in 2 weeks from tonight when they come back over here to the same general vicinity in Orchid to take on the St. Joseph Knights. That will be a big test for the Braves as well. St. Joe is pretty highly ranked this year as well. So the schedule doesn't get any easier right now for the Lompoc Braves. What do you think, Mike? Heavy sigh.
One more complete pass would have been real nice.
Yeah.
Especially in the end zone.
The Braves come up just a tad short, and what a congratulations to the Arroyo Grande Eagles. They played a great game.
They had a great game plan. They performed exceptionally well. They didn't make a bunch of mistakes, and they allowed Lompoc to make mistakes.
Got to give the gay ball to Caleb Thomason over there on the AG side, I would think.
Yeah.
And if I had to give out just an overall effort award for the Braves, I still got to give it to Oscar.
Yeah.
He was just all over on defense. Did a great job on offense. He's just a good all-around football player. But the Braves are going to come up 6 points short on this one tonight.
Daniels is going to be a player to watch, too.
Yeah. Well, as I said, the Braves will take a week off. Next week for their bye, then they'll be down to St. Joseph 2 weeks from tonight. We'll be there for that one. We will also be back on the air next Friday night to cover the Cabrillo Conquistadors for the first time this year, as we will take a road trip down to Ventura when they take on the Buena Bulldogs. So, the Braves are 2-2. They're going to take a week off. We're going to keep on trucking. Our final score, 30-24 here from Pioneer Valley. The Eagles on top. For Judy Baker back at the studio. For Mike Loney to my right, my name is Greg Ratcliffe. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you again next week. Now we'll send you back to the greatest rock and roll on the planet at 100.9 KPEG. Good night, everybody.
Hi, this is